Hello, my friends. I had to remove the last video that I uploaded because there was some controversial stuff on there that was causing some issues. I don't want to get into a smear campaign or arguments with people. I should have known better because with something like that, you really need to put all the details. And I did not put all the details, nor will I put all the details. So it just made me look bad, and I'm really not that guy. I'm very responsible, hardworking person, and I always have been. It's sort of my MO. So anyways, I removed that video. Some people gave that advice that we just take the video off, and so that's what I did. I think that's a pretty good idea. Pretty dumb for me to put that on there. I should have known that it would cause a lot of arguments and strong feelings. So anyways, so this is my new cancer update video. So my doctor said when we went in for the last, I had a CAT scan, and after the CAT scan, like a week later, we went into the doctor's office to talk to the doctor to go over what was in the last CAT scan. But and the last CAT scan was perfectly clear. I'm in remission. So the problem with the last CAT scan is that the doctor told me that it's very rare that cancer will spread or you will get new cancer or whatever when you're on chemotherapy. So that first CAT scan after the chemo, which was only like a week after the chemo, shouldn't show anything. So it's not that surprising that it doesn't show anything. Not that I'm not hopeful and confident that I won't have any more cancer. But it's always a possibility, and they say that the second cancer comes back twice as strong. And I'll tell you what, my liver cancer, the chemotherapy dwindled it right down to nothing. My colon cancer tumor didn't budge. It stayed the same size through all the 6 months of chemo. So hopefully, if it does come back, it's not the colon cancer, it's the liver cancer, because that seemed to be affected pretty good by the chemo. I'm down to 2 pills now. I'm down to gabapentin and parabalin. Those are for my neuropathy. I stopped taking the pills a couple weeks ago for a couple days, and then the pain is definitely still there. The pills do a lot to make it so I'm functional. If I don't have the pills, it feels like I'm walking around on blocks of ice, and my fingers are very numb and painful and cold, even though they're not cold. I mean, I can be standing outside in here in Phoenix, Arizona, and my fingers and hands and feet feel cold. Let's see. So we're having some trouble with our RV. We were planning on selling it, but we didn't drive the RV for a year. When I was in the hospital and going through all my chemo and everything, the RV just sat there in the driveway. And now when we go to get back in it and drive it around, it wouldn't go over 30 miles per hour. So we changed the spark plugs, the spark plug wires, the distributor, the rotor, the fuel filter, changed a whole bunch of stuff. No effect. And one thing that's kind of weird, and I'm definitely not a mechanic. I am a construction guy that does not roll over into mechanics. Unfortunately, my dad was a huge mechanic. He fixed all of our cars for my entire life. But I never, it did not rub off on me. Yeah, so the RV won't go over 30 miles per hour. The next thing to do is to clean the fuel filters. Well, the thing that surprised me was that while the RV was running, it runs kind of a little bit rough. I removed one of the spark plug wires from the distributor, and there was no change in the idle or any of the sound of the engine. So I don't know what that means, but it seems like if you unplugged one of the spark plugs, that the idle would change or something if it was running anywhere, which obviously it's not running very good. So the RV's given us some problems. We've already put so with the fuel filters, you have to take quite a bit of the engine compartment or the engine off to get to the fuel filters, and then just cleaning the fuel filters and all that. I think that's going to be beyond me. So we're either going to try to sell it with not running, because it only gets up to 30 miles per hour and it runs like crap. And we're going to try to sell it not running, or we're going to take it and have it fixed. We're not really sure which one is the lesser of two evils, which one will make us the most money off of the RV, but so that's what we're tossing around right now. Yeah, what a bummer. That RV is so fun. You know, it's such a perfect it's the perfect size. It fits right in our driveway. It's on it's a 1990 Toyota Sea Breeze, something like that. It's a little Toyota RV. Got like a camper on the back of a Toyota dually truck, and it's like a little Toyota. It's not a full-size Toyota pickup. It's a little Toyota pickup with a camper on the back of it. And it's got a refrigerator, it's got a stove, it's got a bathroom, a shower. It's a nice little thing, and we had fun with it. But it's time for it to go, and we need the money. So, anyways, and we're also having trouble with my Jeep. My Jeep's air conditioning is not working. I put new Freon in it, but when I was putting the Freon in it, I felt the once the Freon was all in, and it was so it's having a couple issues. One of them is that the compressor choke, or the compressor spin wheel, has a little part inside of it that stops. So it'll like build up pressure and then it'll stop, and it'll build up pressure and it'll stop, and it's supposed to keep running. And in the low pressure line gets really cold, so it's not that. So it's got to be something inside of the truck that's keeping the air conditioner from switching over and opening up the vents, or however it works. I'm gonna give that an attempt today, tear that apart, try to get that working before next week, because I would. Anyways, I'm feeling great. Other than extreme stress over finances, when you have cancer, that's one thing that you don't really think about when you're laying in the hospital and you're going through surgeries and the chemos and everything, is the financial everything. I was off work for a year, and we're definitely feeling the crunch now. So got to get something rolling with that. The bad part is I don't want to go back to construction. I worked construction since I was about 14 years old, and I don't want to work construction anymore. I want to find something else. So, it's a good time of year to change careers, I guess. There's a lot of places that are hiring. What kind of a career do you have as an unskilled? I would basically be starting in at ground level for whatever I decided to do. I'm not even sure what exactly I want to do yet, but I'm hoping it's not construction. I've done construction for so long, and it just, I'll do what I have to do, but hopefully it's not construction. Let's see. I guess that's about it. We took Ethan in. Ethan was having bad migraines. That's Deanna's son. Ethan's been having, or he's always had, not always, but the past couple of years, he's had bad migraines. Like 3-4 times a week, he'll have migraines that can make him it's made him throw up before. He basically just wants to sit in a dark room with a spearmint towel over his head, and just it's just horrible for him. So we took him to the doctor. They took him, had him go in for an MRI, and the MRI came back negative for any cancer or tumors or anything like that in his brain. So that's a super positive thing. He did have some, I forget what they're called, but little things in his sinus cavity, and they said that usually there's like one, maybe two, but there's several in his sinus cavity, so that may be contributing to his migraines. But they gave him some meds to help him with that, and that's really working. You can see in his attitude and everything has changed. I think it's kind of a relief for him to not have to have migraines so much. So we're happy about that. Ethan's MRI came back negative, and Liam's doing good. Mouse hasn't swallowed any more pins or needles. Basically just trying to put my life back together after a year and a half of cancer and chemo and all that other stuff. The doctor gave me the thumbs up to go back to work in construction, even though now I have a giant hernia. So anyways, that's it. Still kind of dealing with a little bit of depression, but hopefully that'll change. Hopefully that'll go away. Like I said, I removed the video that I uploaded yesterday because it was just causing a bunch of controversy, and it was putting me in a really bad light that I don't deserve. There's two sides to every story. There's I should have known better, because I'm not going to get into all the details about it. So I would rather that people looked at me and thought I was a jerk or whatever than get on here and having like a smear campaign or. But just keep in mind that there's two sides to every story, and that's about it. So I appreciate everybody. Dennis, thank you again. I really can't thank you enough. You're just an awesome dude, and we're so thankful for you. And that's it. That's it. All right, thank you for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you really like this video, hit the subscribe button. And thank you for watching. Bye-bye.